All right, get started, shall we? So, uh, welcome everyone. Hopefully more people will join us as we get going. Um, but the first thing I wanted to do is sort of retcon something I said yesterday. So, yesterday I said when you're adding an NPC, you can just create it, place it on a map, and then edit what you want in the side panel. Go into GM mode, right click, and save as. Now the problem with doing that is that if the base root is something separate from what you're doing, not like a DM specific template, it will revert to what it originally was. So for example, if I took this ranger and I placed him and I edited his size and his stats and things, and I went into game, saved as, and I tried to place it in the client, it would revert to the original file, so your saves wouldn't be kept. So, thanks to some forum diving and some other modders, I figured out how to actually add your own NPCs. The easiest way to do it is find what you want as a base. Let's just say I want a cool dwarven guard for my Dwarven male armor. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit him. Visual set into slightly janky camera control. He's got furry feet. I haven't even noticed that. I did not know that dwarves had furry feet. Oh, okay. Ha! Righteous chest hair. Oh, need a gold necklace and all set. Okay. Meet me. Look at that. Although if I wanted this to be a guard, I guess he should. He looks very concerned. Like he's aware of what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright. Wow. Okay. A bucket. I think this is pretty good. Pretty standard for Oh yeah. I realize it's clipping a bit, but alright, so this is good. Red is good because the dwarves fire bait. Okay, so we've got our dwarf. Let's make sure his stats are correct. Dwarf citizen. We don't want that. Play. He doesn't need to be strong. He's not a boss or anything. So the stats determine the increments of the attributes and various other things as they level. GM mode, and you place them down at level 1. Click the up level button to bring them up to 10. This will determine where it puts all their stat points. Very good for doing. Set the stats. Voice is dwarves, it's fine. Alright, so once you're done with this, you have your creature that you've just edited. Right click, export to root template. So this is creating a new template for your fortress. Copy. Down, make sure it's good. Equipment, I'm going to be changing client to Oh, good, good. Everything's fine. So here's the important part. New category, not visible in standard site. Only once you've created it as DM. Spawn section. I want points. Spawn section is going to be. Which one? Down here. Create. So, what that did. Card mail. So now the thing we just made will be able to place in game. That's all it is. Create your thing. Right click. Export to root template. Make all your edits. That should be it. So as you see, I've been kind of creating some bases to add in vampires. Also, made a fire giant. Fire giants are pretty. This is just a giant summon property. Yeah, so that's how you make custom stuff. I believe items work the same way. Guys. Okay, so that is how you do NPCs. I've been working with NPCs all day. I was doing it wrong for the first half of the day. I was a little sad to realize that nothing I made worked, so everything start over. But the cool thing is, doing it this way is you can access them actually. Now, like these half. You can get goblins. Save. Show you what I made yesterday. So in the first city, the first video, I was working with buildings in that little circular oasis area. Last night I finished. Show that up. So this is kind of supposed to be a very small village. Right. Show my appropriate. Alright. Let me know if that's any better. Thank you, Omara. So the whole purpose of this area is just kind of maybe I plan for the group to meet a couple interesting NPCs here. There's going to be an interesting character kind of off to the side. And one thing I want to emphasize, I know this is just, I don't want to like direct people on how to create areas, but when you create a zone or a place for your players to go, make sure it has some sort of character, some reason why it's different from every other zone. So if I created another desert oasis, what would make it different? Now the main part of this place is going to be, there's a kind of a curmudgeon-y wizard who lives in a secluded house, which would probably draw the players to ask questions around the people in town. And there's also, see, everything is on this side. It's the stalls. I took a little while to decorate. And there's going to be some tents. This house is going to be accessible. I've already decorated the inside. But all the way off to the side, kind of away from everyone else, is this little kind of ramshackle thing with some tossed over tables as kind of a border, and it's by this old ruin. It's got some skulls and stuff. So I'm planning to have, either it's going to be a goblin or I don't know, something that wouldn't normally be here, and it's going to be a character that the rest of the group here doesn't really want next to them. So it's going to be a goblin that sells some weird necromantic knickknacks and things he's collected, and things that like a goblin would collect, like, I don't know, heads or skulls or that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. Some weird merchant that sells stuff. He's got some garbage over here. This waterfall is actually a prefab. I kind of made use of that. There's all sorts of prefabs you can choose from. I highly edited it, but I thought I would figure out where the source of water was. Because originally this was just a big ring of water, and I thought, like, wait, there's nowhere for the water to come from. So, yeah, and the whole purpose of this place is going to be human interaction, or not human, people interaction. They have a chance to build relationships and that sort of thing. But, anyway, let's get back to building. So, this area is pretty much done. I'm pretty happy with this. Counts 3 levels I've completed now. My next project is a giant... not giant, it's going to be a large city. I don't intend for it to be a hub. I mean, well, it's going to be a hub, but I don't intend for the players to stay there for a long period of time. That's up to them. I want to have them to have the option, depending on what they want. So this is the base I've created so far. I've only worked on this for about 2-3 hours, maybe. The reason why there's not much to show for that is because this drawbridge. It was a little tricky. So, this took some finagling because the drawbridge isn't an edit wall. Remember yesterday we talked about, if I click this, there's the wall editing function. 14k meters by about 5. Yeah, doing a large area, like you, not only would it be laggy, but it would take you months to decorate that sort of thing. I highly suggest if you're doing a large city to kind of break it up into pieces, like have the market district, the residential district, that sort of thing. But the reason why this took so long is that this wall, the edit wall function allows you to have all sorts of things, you know, that are built into the walls themselves. The problem is the drawbridge is an object. It's not actually a wall. It's just a decoration. It's an interactable decoration, but it's just a decoration. So I had to find a way to get that to line up with the measurements of the wall. But that wasn't going to happen. I also wanted a reason for the drawbridge to be there, like a moat of sorts. So, what I did was I have this wall on the left, which actually ends right here, where these 3 points are. That is the end of this wall. There's another one on the right. It's a mirrored kind of section. There's a wall in the center that goes up and down, and there's one more wall on the bottom that's acting as the floor. So this is 4 separate wall objects kind of merged together to look like the entrance to the castle. So this is supposed to be where the Empress lives. I had to scale the door and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that took a while. This is just some small cobblestone walling. When I'm building, if I find an object I think looks pretty cool, I'll just kind of put it on the ground so it'll remind me to use it later. Oh, another thing I need to retcon from yesterday. So when you're building a house, for example, let's just copy this. Go against what I'm just about to tell you. So let's say you have a house here and you want to do the roof technique. So one thing I learned is if you hold shift when moving an object with the arrows here, it automatically duplicates it. And the reason why that's cool is because when you copy paste something, it pastes it where your mouse is. So see how that's not aligned? Normally I would have to go up, kind of guesstimate to get it perfectly lined up. But if you just hold shift and do up, it is already perfectly aligned and you have one plane to worry about instead of 3. Super time saver. Highly recommend doing that if you're building a lot of houses, which I'm going to be doing today. It's going to be pretty tedious. I don't plan to decorate all the interiors. I'm going to give them a floor and a door. If my players want to go in, I'm either going to just kind of roleplay it out or that sort of thing. I tried to place stairs yet. I haven't reached was having. Yeah, these stairs are right here. I presume you mean interior stairs? I haven't tried to tackle... Well, okay, that's not true. I fiddled around with stairs, but the problem is I don't know how to make the floors work without manually building them. So usually when you do a floor, let's go material resource roof. Let's make roof. Layer height. Does this actually work? Yeah. For some reason, this type isn't working. It just kind of... I don't know. It's doing the opposite. So let's say I make this floor and I bring it up to here. Let's do... There we go. So this is going to be the second floor of my building. Now the problem is... where do the stairs go? Because if I put stairs... Is it? Oh, I have prefab selected. Place. Let's just do wood house stair. Toolset's getting a little laggy because I've had it open for a while. If I place the stairs in here, I don't really know how that's supposed to work. So yes, I have tried to tackle stairs. I'm not entirely sure how they work just yet. When I do know, I'll add it in the next kind of... Oh, you're placing the stairs outside. Oh. That's a good idea. Let's go away. The stairs need to be set as walk-on, which is true. See-through, yes. I have 2 floors because it reads as 2D. Interesting. So outside would definitely work. You would have to have a door and manually build a balcony of sorts, but yeah, I don't know if my testing NPCs would work because I think they're outside the wall. Yeah, this is just problems. No, I can't really test it right now because all my guys are out here and it was a pain. So stairs would be interesting, but yeah. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to cover. Go into the second floor. The first floor would be... okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna have to be some finagling to get that to work. So, one thing I want to go over is collision. So, you have to manually set up the collision for an area. Save this. To go back to this I made. You really don't want your players on a map until you set up collision. So the way you do that is you see AI up here, the AI grid panel. Click. And seed fill just kind of generates a map of your area that you've created. We'll do full generate, which is the game automatically detects solids like wall objects and containers and things like that, and it makes it so you, players cannot walk on them. It makes them solids, because without marking them, they're just... you can walk through everything. Let's just show it. So, as you can see, everything red is you cannot shoot through and you cannot move through it. So this wall, you can't shoot or move through. The tree, all these walls here. This door, doors are inherent with their, their properties. Once this door is open, you can move through. See how the walkway is green here? I had a problem where, let's see, paint, movement, paint. I had a problem where the front of my door was... fuck. The front of my door was blocked off, and so I tried to test going into a building, but my guys were just getting stuck on the door, and I was very confused. You just want to make sure that this is open. Kind of stuff that projectiles, whatever. Okay. So, when you're done with a level, make sure that you go through and do the AI placement. This tool is a little weird. If you want to change what you're setting, what you're painting as far as movement or projectile goes, your brush is not selected. You don't show the grid, and you can choose allow or block, and you can choose projectile movement, but as soon as you show the grid, those options go away. They're up here still, you can kind of scroll, but it's just much easier. Swap back. Either way. I don't know why he's in the ground. Okay. So I think, is there one thing else? Oh, yes. I've seen a lot of questions about minimap creation. When you're done with an area, you want to create the minimap. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a thumbnail of the zone. Kind of set it up. We'll just create the world map first. So you're going to click the button up here. It says World Map Renderer. It's under the Tools section. Click. You can see I've already kind of generated on the side here. Use level bounds. I can kind of... I have the minimap down here. I'm going to do render. Minimap has been rendered. So there's a lot of white space on the outside here, and I'm not entirely sure. So let's use level bounds. I'm going to delete this one, render all. I'm not entirely sure how to remove that white space, truly. I don't think players get the minimap inherently. I'm not entirely sure. This map is just for when the players press M and it opens the map for them to see. The minimap isn't available for players, as far as I can tell. When I went into the player mode and possessed a couple of NPCs, I couldn't see the minimap. I don't know how to disable the interface just yet. Turn my music down slightly. Okay, smaller. What does that do? Under. Oh, okay. See, if I make this small, look at the right side here, right there. Okay, so you can kind of customize it. Appropriate. Top side needs much smaller. Render. Oh, having the opposite effect. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'll fiddle with that later. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it. But that's how you render the map for players to look at. I'm not sure. Using level bounds doesn't really seem to be doing... editing. That... right? Oh, okay. So I guess these coordinates are the ones we actually want. To render. We're learning together. As I've said, I haven't been very long, just kind of exploring these things as we go. Bring this down to 900. Why? Render. No, that didn't do. Is this actually making the world smaller? It is. Oh dear. I'm going to load the level before save. Oh, don't save. Nope. My mic is breaking up again. I need to adjust my sensitivity. Setting. Audio. I think it's because I was leaning a little too far away. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright. Thank you for mentioning mic problems. Okay, so we've done how to generate a map, we've done adding custom NPCs, we've done the quick copy pasting with the movement tool. Yeah, so I think for a while I'm just going to fiddle around and do a little bit more building. If anyone has any questions as we go, just let me know. My idea for this city is it's going to have sort of a higher end district. When you enter, it's going to be the market's going to be in the corner here. The going to be more wealthy families and structures on the sides. And then probably down on this side of the city, I'm going to have a bit more wall sticking out. Actually, let's just do that now. I'm going to get rid of this AI panel. Edit wall. I'm gonna have another house here, maybe 2 more here. I do want some sort of... I think I'm gonna put the main plaza area here. I was thinking about putting it up here because this is the entrance to the castle. But I don't know, this sort of makes sense. I want my players to walk in, have the market instant access, and then, I don't know, something in the center. I just imagine some guards standing posed and people walking around. Should be pretty cool. One thing I do want to play with eventually, I might do this next stream, is I want to play with the idea of getting NPCs put in like civilians and then having a patrol trigger just to kind of let them walk around. I'm sure you have to set points for them to do it, but it would really bring some life to a city to have people wandering around. There's going to be a little bit of a... Ooh, this is right. What? Why? Why is this tower forming? That's... Okay. Okay, this is right. This town is recovering from a recent attack. Not on a large scale, but big enough to cause a hole in the wall. So there's going to be some rubble here and some people kind of working to rebuild it. Kind of maybe have a quest option. I don't know. So for now, I want the less fortunate houses to be here. So I want this wall, I think. Maybe this one. Move this out. That doesn't really make sense though, because if this is going to be the plaza, there shouldn't be a big wall just jutting into the center of it. Again, to rotate wall options, it's control mouse wheel. I kind of like that for what it adds to character. Maybe... I don't know, it feels weird, kind of jutting out towards the stairs. If I curled it a bit. Oh, I know what I can do. Delete, delete, delete. Oh no! I'm going to line up the wall with this. Oh, that's the doorway, isn't it? Ah, there's a problem. Might need slightly larger. Yeah, I don't know. I could do a smaller wall. Let's do that. Probably make more sense. Place. I don't want dungeon, wood wall, blah blah blah. City house. No, this is the same material as oh, toolset's locking up. This is the same material as over here. I don't want to replicate that. Wall. Oh, there we go. It's a small city wall. That should be perfect, actually. So, going to end this. What sort of options does the end have? Oh, just flat wall or not. Alright, it's going to be the side of the wall. Place it in there. Edit wall, scooch that out. I do think it should look a little less fortunate. Is there any other interesting... Really? There's only one model for this? Wow, I'm mouse wheeling right now and nothing's changing. That's very interesting. Oh, there's difference for the smaller sections. Oh. Maybe I'll do that. I could probably do small houses here. Yeah, right click split wall. There you go. Forgot about that. Split entire wall. Oh, that's select entire wall. That's not what I want. Split wall piece. Aha! There you go. Good man. Amara. That should do it. Awesome. Alright, let's build a house. These are going to be wood houses. Worker house. There you go. The worker houses look a little run down. Should be good. We could do place. Worker house. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Got a little bit of moss on the top there. Some nice. Oh, I kind of like the bits that stick out, the wood beams. I really like that. Why can't I select these? Ah, do I have to do the top-down thing? Oh, this is gonna be perfect. I love it. Alright, I definitely want this house to be a bit on the small side. Ugh, come on, man. There's the targeting's a little weird. Really? You're just not gonna let me target this piece of wood, huh? Oh man, that's not what I want. Ooh, rounded corners. I didn't know that was a thing. Let's do more of that. There we go. Very nice. Round that off. Only a couple windows because oh, I love it. It's so janky. That's perfect. I don't know if that corner is going to work with the roof, but we'll find out. Push this over here. Why is the movement tool over there? Rotate. Oh, that's bizarre. Alright, I guess we'll put it in the corner. I do want alleyways, so I'm gonna kind of keep this away from the wall. It does have character. I love it. I want space for the group to kind of maybe fight some muggers or something. Yeah, that's small enough. Yeah, that should be good. Now we see what the roofs look like. Hold shift, move the arrow. Right about there. Perfect. Alright, root template. I want worker. Worker house. Oh man, there's a lot of 0.5, 1 meter, 2 meter. Try the 1 meter. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, I need to rotate this. Flip. Ah, it's just awful. I love it. I like to think that the Empire takes care of their people to a reasonable degree, but you know, I don't want it to look absolutely awful. Oh, I know why that's sticking out. It's because the wall is rounded. There we go. Perfect. Don't want a giant hole in my roof. That won't be seen. Oh, look at it. It's just... It's charming. There's enough room for maybe a couple beds. Some crates. Love it. Let's make sure the fading is on here. Fade in. Good. Good. Okay. Do I like this house enough to duplicate it? Yes, so we'll have a different roof. So I'm going to select. Oops. Select. Shift. I'm tired of this section. Text might into the wall instead of fixing the roof. Ah, that's perfect. Yeah, like this. I'm sure it was probably this guy or whoever's house is gonna be here. It's like, oh, look at the poor people. Oh, terrible. Okay. Let's make this house a little different. So I'm going to use this to change the roof. Work. What about roof B? Alright there, Batman. Goodness. What's the difference between roof B? Oh, okay. So this is just more of a slope leading straight up from the wall. This has got a bit of a a second floor, quote unquote. Oh man. These are great. So this is the slightly less poor person's house. Bring that down. I actually want the door to be in the middle. No window on that side? No, I want the window facing the street. Give me street window. No. Fine. Create door. Can I have a window on this side? Please? There we go. Perfect. Rotate this. What did I just do? Oh, I broke the wall because I accidentally selected it. All right. Second jalopy house. Oh, nope, I don't want to copy it. I just want to... rotate it just slightly. Still room back there? Not really. Scooch that out. There we go. Perfect. Let's do... There's not a whole lot of color over there, is here? Wait, there's not a lot of color over here, is there? There you go. That's how you speak words. I want to try a different roof next time, I think. I really don't want this to look like slums. I could probably set up tents. Hey, tents are a good idea because this is part of the capital of the Empire. There are a lot of refugees that come here. So if I do a little tent section, maybe this corner, I'll just do some regular tents. I'm going to put a tent here to remind myself. Not a black ring tent. Want human tent. Bloop. Make it bigger because... yeah. Cool. That is a good idea. Thank you. Alright, let's do... How many more poorhouses do we have? Maybe one here. Maybe a teeny tiny shed in the corner here. Yeah, let's do a very small shed, shall we? Worker house wood. Oh yeah, there's also the worker house base. I want to test that. Interesting. I guess this is a base to put the houses on, because once the floor is made, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there is a refugee wall option. I plan to use the aesthetic of the refugee tent, this one, for the actual tribal faction, so I don't want to use it here too much. I'll use some of the other tents. Okay, so that's the base. Worker house place. Okay, I want this to be a very teeny tiny shed. So guess this way. I'm gonna change the soundtrack. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is good and all, but let's try something else. How about Ori in the Blind Forest? That's a good one. Alright. Back to building. Teeny tiny. Very small. No, I don't want it. Is that really? It has to be too wide, huh? You are very welcome, Tornval. I'm glad I could help. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me here or on Steam or whatever. I think I want this to be right up against the wall. Going to... Where's the gap here? Oh, that's not the tool I want. There we go. That's perfect. I think because of that, I'm going to move the door of this house. This seems a little cramped to have like a walkway leading into this little corner, so I'm going to change this to window. No, this is going to be a door. Door, please? Oh, the door's only on that side. Interesting. What if I do... How do I place a playable character to test out the level I'm making? Every time I switch to game, I get mostly a black screen. The problem with the black screen, there are already characters to test with. Let me save this zone. So a poor example is what I've done here. I have managed to build over the preset testable characters. The problem is, since they are here, I can't... Moving them doesn't seem to work for me. I'm over here. Since I locked them out of the zone, if you try to test, you just get a black screen. So try her. Nothing really works, unfortunately. Can I open the map? Nope, map hasn't been generated. So, yeah, since they're locked out, you're going to get a black screen. I can't really figure out, you have to place an AI seeder and full generate. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Omara saves the day. Seed fill. Full generate. You go to the AI option up here, choose generate, and then do seed fill and full generate. Let's try this again. Save. Aha! There we go. So she can't move, unfortunately. But that's how you test, apparently. Good to know. I've always generated the AI before testing, so I kind of forgot that that's what you have to do. I actually didn't know. So that's good. But if you do it in an area that they aren't locked out of, you can just run around and test things. Check my pathing. Yeah, this is all blocked. That's an interesting generation. Huh. I'm trying to think of the logic of why this happened. Is it because the entire level is enclosed? No, there's doors though. And you would look up AI Cedar and root template. Trigger spawn. Well, they're not going to be able to go anywhere unless I fix this movement. So let's do that. Paint. I don't really care about the wall, so I'm just going to do this. Just so we can get a little bit of walk around. Save. Test. There we go. Thanks for the tips. And I don't think they can go any further because that's where the walkway is blocked. Good stuff. Alright, I'll fiddle with that more later. I'll get back to building houses here. And this needs to be rotated more. Bloop. I think I can fix this house. If I put a door here. Is that the only door option? Really? You know what? I'm just gonna manually make a door. It'd be so much easier. That rounded. I'll just do create door. Much easier. It's rounded. Give this a little character. There we go. That's actually very similar to this one. There. Perfect. Can't create any door here. Wait. This is a different wall. What's this one? Worker house wood. This is just the standard worker house. Interesting. I want this to be a shed, so I'm going to leave it open. I think. Just like that. Very cool, very cool. Let's make a worker house with this same wall type. I kind of like that idea. Wall only. Place. Worker house. Boosh. Sorry if this isn't the most exciting thing. Sort of answering questions as they come up. Mostly gone over the basics. We've done map generation, custom AI, that sort of thing. I do have some more advanced stuff I'm still looking into. I want to figure out how to make it so kills don't generate experience for players because I want to manually give it to them as a GM. I also want to look into, I already mentioned this, but civilian pathing for wandering around and such. Alright. Let's make this a 3x2. We've already established that there's no corner door. Are there corner windows though? I really like corner windows. Oh, there we go. Corner window here. Create door. Oh, it's a little offset. Kind of like that. It's great. This, can I get a centered window? Oh, there we go. Ah, it's so cute. I love tiny houses. I don't know why. Let's get some more upbeat music. I know Ori and the Blind Forest is good and all, but... oh man. I need something more exciting for building houses. Or something pretty, like the Rhyme soundtrack. That's perfect. Ah, alright. Let's move this here. Ah, you know what would go very well with this plan? Actually, this should be facing this way. Welcome to people who are just joining. Glad to have you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I want this to line up with... it's not really possible to have it line up with the wall, is it? Otherwise it would be kind of right in front of this one. This one. Alright, let's do something that we learned today. Hold shift. Bring the wall up. Automatically copies it. Let's change this to a roof. Worker house roof. Okie dokie. Oh man. Whoa. Oh, I totally duffed that up. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Amara. I totally missed that. There we go. Day saved. I don't know if I like this roof. It's a little... Barney, I guess? Let's try a different roof. That was B we tried? Let's try A. Oh, that's base. A. Aha, that's better. It's a little less bulbous. Oh, that's good to know, Tornval. Glad you figured it out. What is going on with this? Ah, that's interesting. Let's be flipped. Flip wall. I think I'm gonna not use this roof because you never closed the door. What? Oh, haha. I don't think I'm gonna use this roof because to me this is more of a farmhouse. I don't think a capital city would require, you know, straw ceilings, so I'm gonna go for an actual wood. Ha! That looks like something out of like a Roald Dahl book. Oh, the pointed roof. That's funny. Yeah, let's do that. Does look like a witch's house. Is there a different corner? Is that the only option? All right. So we've got 3 little slum houses. We're gonna have 10. I think I want one more house, kind of this size. Kind of here, I think. Take this. I want to leave space because there's going to be a pile. Let me just grab it before I forget. There'll be a pile of rubble. Or the wall broke. Castle wall rubble. Is that the right size? Come on, toolset. There we go. Think. Oh, there we go. That's more appropriate. How's this gonna work? I need to decide if I want this house to be here or if I want to have an area of... Ooh, actually, why not both? Let's try a destroyed wall. Can I destroy this? Is there a broken... Is that... Can I just destroy this? There we go. This would be perfect. There. So the idea behind this, the rubble is going to be kind of in the way. So I'm imagining some sort of catapult comes flying in and it's like, just kind of crashes right here. So let's I don't know, let's just keep it this way. A little high right now. I'm gonna lower it just slightly. Yep. All right. I really like that. That just adds a whole bunch of character, and might have like a, you know, some way for the players to help the person who used to live here. They might be outside or a bunch of workers and such. I do want another tent. I'll add more tents in Jiffy. Oh, I know. Not only can this be refugees for, you know, people from outside the city, but this can be somewhere where, you know, people who have been affected by the walls being attacked can stay. Let's get into the tent. And out of nowhere, a black ring tent. I don't think that's a good idea. It's probably a bad idea. Alright. Don't want a market tent. I could probably build a market tent into an actual living tent. Alright, Omara. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you later. Red faction. Don't want red faction. Human tent. Human tent blood forest. Oh, that's another little tent. Let's do that. Alright, better idea. Going to scooch this. Like so. Bring this in here. Doesn't clash with the wall, does it? Nope. Looks good. Are there any other tents? Let's see. Refugee curtain. Refugee piece. As I mentioned earlier, I want to save the refugee aesthetic, the pieces of these tents, for a very nomadic tribal faction. I don't want bits of that appearing here. Lizard's tent. Oh, it's like the Black Ring stuff. It's just red. Interesting. Alright, I think 3 tents is good enough. 1, 2, 3. I'll do a little campfire. Let's just throw one of those down. Sleeping bags. Also want sleeping bags. I'll probably be wrapping up the stream shortly here. Unless anyone has any specific questions they want to learn, want to go over. This isn't the most entertaining work. I don't plan to just, you know, stream as I'm doing busy stuff. It's mostly to kind of answer questions. Next time I stream, I will hopefully have the answer about roaming civilians and NPCs and the ability to remove players gaining experience. I think this area is probably going to take me another 2 or 3 days. I need to do all the market stalls. I need to do a couple more rich houses. I need to do this entire upper section. I plan to have like a nice garden area and then more houses, I guess? Question mark? Maybe a barracks. That sort of thing. Mage's Tower. Ooh, that's a good idea. Alright. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching, and I will see you around.